Hello, this video is for Math 154, Quantitative Reasoning, and today we're going over homework 1C, question number 23. So, the following numbers of patients in a hypothetical hospital on a single day were taking antibiotics, blood pressure medication, and or pain medication. So look, we have three different types of drug people are taking, okay? We're going to draw a Venn diagram to summarize this table for part A. Let me get my tablet connected so that I can draw circles. I'm ready. Let's start this. So I'll draw the first one here, and I'll call this A for antibiotics. A for antibiotics. I'm going to draw another one. That's a circle. And I'll call it BP for blood pressure medication. Oopsies. BP. But you see this region that I just created, the overlapping region. These are the people who take both antibiotics and blood pressure medication. Now, there was a third type of drug that people were taking in this hospital, and that was pain medication. So I'll say that third circle is for P. So look, if you are in this region right there, where all three circles intersect, you're taking all three medication, okay? So, let's go ahead and fill out some numbers here, okay? So they do have this table, and our job is to fill in some numbers. So the green section, I told you that's where people who take all three belong. So when you see my question says all three, that's 19 people. And you know, all of our numbers are going to be a little bit different, okay? Or maybe similar, maybe the same. But I'm going to put 19 there, okay, for the intersection of 3. Now, I think the other easier ones are these. Look, I'll try to highlight this, okay? If you belong in that orange region, okay, I'll try to color this. Now, you only belong in what? Group A, right? So that means you're only taking antibiotics, and that number is 14. So I'll write down 14 right there. Similarly, I can highlight, I'll just try to keep the orange one for the people who are only taking one medication. So what about this orange section? The people who take only blood pressure medication, right? So what's the number for that? BP only, that will be 10. Okay, and I'm gonna go down here and just highlight this much. So what do they take? Just the pain medication. So how many people take only the pain medication? P only, the number for me is 25. Now let's go to the other part, okay? So take a look at this part for me. I'll do this in purple. So that's the intersection between A and BP. So these are the people who take antibiotics and blood pressure medication, but they do not take the pain medication because you see this first purple section right there? It's not inside the circle for P. So find a number for antibiotics, A and BP. A and BP only. That will be 16. So I'm going to write down 16 right here. Let's do this one now. This right there is the intersection of A and P, but outside BP, right? This big purple section, you notice how it doesn't touch the BP circle. It's outside the blood pressure. So these are the people who only take antibiotics and pain medication. So you're looking for A and P only. A and P only. That will be 24. I'll write down 24 here. And automatically the last number that I didn't use is going to go in here, okay? Well, let's talk about that. So these are the people who take pain medication and blood pressure medication, but they do not take antibiotics because this purple section is not. This purple section is not inside antibiotics. So what's that? BP and P only. That will be 18. See that? Alrighty. So what I now want to do is find a picture out of these 4, and this part is going to be a little bit challenging. You have to click through all of them. Or let's see. The first one that I opened up has 14, 16, 10, 24, 9. Wrong. See, I do not have 19 there. Then this one right there has 24 there. So that's wrong. So not that one. What about the second one? The second one, it's totally wrong. See, this one has 1 in the dead middle. I need 19 in the middle. So goodbye, that one. What about third one? Third one seems right. See, third, like all the numbers match up right here. A quick glance. So I'm going to go with this one, the third one. And I check answer. And that was it. How many patients took pain medication or blood pressure medication? So it's P or BP. Okay, look, P or BP. I'll try to highlight that part. P or BP. So everything in those two circles that I just traced in red. So if you want to find that answer, you're going to have to add some numbers. So I'm going to add 16 plus 10 plus 18 plus 19 plus 24 and lastly 25. I type those numbers into a scientific calculator and it looks like the answer should be 112. So when you enter that for part B, you'll get correct. Now let's do part C. How many patients took blood pressure medication but not antibiotics? So let me get my circle open here, but I think I'm going to go ahead and delete or erase some of these markings here so that I can focus on the current problems, okay? Oh, that's good. So we want blood pressure. So I want the circle for BP. So I want this one. But what did they say? Not antibiotics. So I want everything in BP, but anything that is inside the circle for A, for antibiotics, we don't want them. So we end up looking at just that much. Okay? So let's see what are the two numbers that we are adding for this answer. So we got 10 and 18. So when you add them together, you will get 28 patients. All right, part D. How many patients took at least blood pressure medication? That's a simple question, actually. So when you look at the circle for BP, we have, oh, those they wanted right here. So if you are in this circle, you took at least blood pressure medication. So what we're going to do is add up all those numbers that are inside that red circle. So 10 plus 16, 19, and 18. So getting my calculator open to type those in. 10, 16, 19, and 18. That comes out to be 63. So 63 people took at least blood pressure medication. So some of them took only blood pressure, some of them took antibiotics and blood pressure. So all kinds of combination. But if you're in this circle, you took at least blood pressure medication. So the answer is 63. So go over here, type in 63 and move on. Part E, almost done. How many patients took only pain medication? So I'm back to my chart, erasing some of these. So only pain medication. So the section that I have is this right there, okay? So 25 people took only pain medication. So that would be 25. Oopsies. And the very last part, what are they asking? How many patients took exactly 2 medications? Okay, so for that, we're looking for all the purples, okay? The green, you see, let me erase this. You see the green section is the people who took all 3 medications. The purples are where only 2 regions intersect. So I'm going to add those up together. 16 plus 18 plus and 24. So for this question, we have to make sure that we have the right picture so that we can be adding numbers to find the answer to the other parts. So the answer for the last part is 58. And that is it for question number 23.